as of the recording of this video, Lord of the Rings Super Special Baller Ultimate Holiday Edition is set to drop in less than a week. But according to every single sold listing of sealed product on popular online marketplace TCG Player, nobody's buying it. It's been a wild year for Magic the Gathering, and I think the culmination of Magic in 2023 has to be the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. The set sold unlike anything we had ever seen before. It got more eyes on Magic the Gathering than we could have possibly imagined, and it had insanely valuable and playable cards in both Commander and, yes, even Modern, though some of us were a bit skeptical to begin with. But when it comes to the re-releasing the second visit to Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth in the Super Special Ultimate Holiday Booster Awesome Incredible Edition, it does seem that we as a community are a bit skeptical, but that's what we do here. We collect every single sold listing of sealed product from popular online marketplace TCG Player, and we compare these releases against other Magic the Gathering sets, and we see how our community feels about these different products. So without further ado, let's dig into some of the information, some of the sales, or rather maybe lack of sales. What I have here is a visual representation of all that sales data that I just talked about, and if you like kind of a peek behind the scenes like this, make sure you click that subscribe button as we are on to 7K subscribers. But looking more at this release, we see things that you don't normally see in a Magic set, and this is extremely concerning. As I said, it's important to remember that as of the recording of this video, the official release is less than a week away. We have box openings already appearing out on the internet. Shout out to the people that got those boxes and cracked them, and we have the community up in arms about the idea that some previously extremely valuable cards like Foil the One Ring that was only openable, the Borderless Collector whatever edition, which was only openable in the promo packs from Commander decks, are being re-released or let out to the wild in this surge foil in these collector products. And there's a lot of drama going on with this product, but I still thought we'd see a lot of love for the scene bundles, and we see a bit of that here. But let's start with the collector box, something that was, I believe meant to be the flagship of this release, the tentpole of the tentpole, if you will. And I do think that this collector box is selling extremely poorly. As of the recording of this video, we have sold less than 200 collector boxes. Yes, that's right. Count them, 200 collector boxes on popular online marketplace TCG Player. And if you look at the top right of the graph, you can always see when I last updated this sales data. And the reason it's important to pull this and maintain this is after about 90 to 120 days, TCG Player will let public sales information fall off. So what we do here is we aggregate this data, we keep it in the vault, and then we have it as we track it over time for trends on these products and the totals that we will eventually lose as time goes on. But speaking about time going on, I want to talk about how close this release and something that we do see, or how close this release is, and something that we do see actually flowing through the marketplace and actually flowing out through the community. And it is these scenes. Now, the scenes remain popular, but they're a bit weird here, as the scenes contain old set booster packs from the original Lord of the Rings, as well as the brand new cool full art scene cards. Now, we saw in the last release of the product that the scene cards were extremely cool, but they were also bolstered by the fact that they had a guaranteed copy of the One Ring in the product. And while that card continues to pop off across a couple formats, we see the value of that card really carrying those boxes more so than the scene and the collectability and the ability to kind of put that on your shelf. But there is a portion of our community and the Lord of the Rings community that is buying those scenes for that purpose. We see that bit of that reflected here, but we see something extremely interesting. Nobody really seems to care about the individual scene. This represents a trend that I love in Magic the Gathering products and gives me an opportunity and an excuse to reference the complete bundle, which if you've been here for a while, you know I love the complete bundle. Affordability, collectability, we loved it as a community, got us to revisit a favorite set. Like, everything about that bundle was great, except that it was sold on Amazon. I just wish it was only in the game store. But these scenes here seem to represent a lot of the same core principles that made that product successful. The scenes have fun, playable commander cards. They have things that our community want, and while they don't represent, a massive bump in collectability, they do represent the ability to show off your hobby, which I look around you, us Magic fans really like to do. We like to show off our hobby, and putting those scenes together is probably an underrated aspect of why people are purchasing this. But the main thing that this represents is that price point, that point of entry. And mean, you can get these scene bundles for around $130 total for every single scene that is being released with this product. And because of that, you see most people, if you look at the sales data, going with the set. People aren't buying the individual scenes. They're not hand picking a specific card that they want to put in their deck. They're saying, no, 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 give me the bundle. And at $130, that's a really interesting price point. I think it's actually really good when you consider everything you're getting out of that box. Maybe you make sure you're subscribed. Maybe we'll do an evaluation of like the value if you buy the bundle, kind of what you get out of that box. But we see that we are gravitating towards that as a community. And when it comes to buying the individual scenes, it all is, fairly equal. We see the breakdown here in that middle pie chart, but it's interesting because like the Gandalf scene, man, we just don't love it. So all in all, that's like the total sales, but I see something interesting, more interesting, let's just call it, when we start to break these down into the 7-day sales. So what I have here is a breakdown of these products and how they've sold as of the last 7 days, as of the snapshot of recording of the data. So what that means is you take the snapshot, it takes the day before in the previous, those 7 days. And it kind of accounts for all the sales and shows you how we are spending our hard-earned money. And it's interesting that the Gandalf scene was seeing a similar trend to others, and it looks like as we got more information about the release and some of the spoilers hit, it really fell off. We were not interested. But at the bottom right chart here is the total sales. And we do see that over the last 7 days, the set is on an upswing, right? We are buying more and more boxes, as is common for a Magic the Gathering release as we approach that release date. And that release date is going to be super important. We have to remember that Magic the Gathering sets tend to sell extremely well in that last week. We see a large volume of sales from every single release in that last week, and I think it's because consumers like you and I, people who love this game and spend our hard-earned money on something that we enjoy probably daily, have lost the urgency or the reason to pre-order these products. Almost every single Wizards of the Coast product is available on shelves for some time. We have the opportunity to get our hands on it over a long period of time, so we don't feel the need to, even if it's something we love, to shell out a bunch of money and buy it early. There's also the big kind of unknown that is the secondary market, and often in the last 2 to 3 years, Magic the Gathering product has released and, well, it's gone down in price. And because of that, I do believe most of our just fans, friends, and consumers that are in our community are sitting there and saying, I might be able to get this cheaper 2 weeks from now. And since most of the products here, I'm not saying all, I know that there are some new cards in the collector bundle or the collector booster. I know that there are the cool cards in the scene, but most of us are saying, hey, I'm willing to wait because the majority of stuff I'm going to get is stuff that I've already had the opportunity to get. It's just different treatments of that. And who knows? The price could become extremely favorable in a short amount of time. And because of that, I really think we're seeing a lot of us hesitate to go in on this product. Now, this does make me a bit skeptical about the release of this product, as November 3rd, like we said, it's right around the corner, but it gives me hope. And if you stood around this long in the video, you get this spicy little nugget, because we as a Magic community have proven, and I already know you're in the comment section. I get it. It happens every video telling me Wizards of the Coast is evil. This is what they deserve. Of course, no one's buying this. It's Wizards, blah, blah, blah. I understand that we don't agree with every decision Wizards make. I get that. But I do believe we have proven as a community, we will continue to buy products. Whether Wizards does something bad that we horribly disagree with, or they do something amazing that really services us extremely well, we just continue to buy products. We just maybe are changing the way that we do that. We're finally embracing the only buy the sets that speak to us, only buy the products that you're interested in, leave some of that stuff on the shelf. And for Rivals of Ixalan, which is actually Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and I told you, if you tuned into Friday Morning Magic, I warned everybody I was going to do that several times. Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I think, is set up to do extremely well. I think a lot of money that we expected from our community to maybe flow into this product is going to be sitting and waiting. And yes, while TCGs and collectibles are in a tough spot, I'll link that video if you're still here, where I said, hey, listen, TCGs as we know them for the past 5 years are changing, and that's okay. But if this remains true and we really don't dig into this product and really find a reason to buy it, I think Lost Caverns of Ixalan could be a wonderful experience for us. It's got great playable cards. It's got flavor that people love. I mean, heck, who doesn't like slamming giant dinos down on the table? and it's got Jurassic Park IP, which, again, even if you don't like IP, it's only splashed in the packs. There's still a lot of things to enjoy, but if you do, like, it is on point for the release of that set. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comment section below. You know that I will be following these trends and tracking this and opening some product. Shout out to the channel members that helped me purchase the secondary camera. So now on Friday Morning Magic live streams, when we do a live stream on release date, we're able to open some product. So we have the secondary camera. If you want to join the channel membership as well, get access to exclusive content, make sure you click the link down in the comment section below. It gives you access to exclusive content, custom emotes, help support the channel. It's only $5 a month. So I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. Finally, the share button. It's down under this video somewhere. Make sure you click it and send this video to someone to help the community grow. Again, we're racing to 7K. Thank you so much. Again, until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and well, we'll see you around. Goodbye.